travel journalist Justin Walter joining us today. Always great to see you. We want to start with a festival that is starting in just a few days.
Yep.
You may have heard of it. Little Burning Man.
Burning Man, yes. You know, people are there right now building and erecting a city in the desert where at a Black Rock Desert, about 100 miles northeast of Reno, is the Burning Man event. Have you guys heard of Burning Man? Everyone's heard of Burning Man, right?
Who has?
Have you been?
Yeah.
That's the question.
No.
I have
Okay.
not. I have not been.
Okay, would you go?
Here's my question right out of the bat.
Yeah.
I feel as if it's jumped the shark.
Okay, so that's a lot of people do have that criticism that now it's become kind of, you know,
Commercial,
popular, commercialized,
the cool thing to do.
Social media, yeah. So I went in 2018 and had an incredible experience at Burning Man. And what it is for people who don't know about Burning Man, it is literally a city that is built out of nothing in the desert outside of Reno, about 100 miles northeast in Nevada. So it's this entire city of over 70,000 people that I describe it as this way. During the day, it feels like you're in a post-apocalyptic world where nothing else exists. This is the only last surviving civilization on this planet. A little bit like kind of almost like Waterworld, if you guys saw the movie Waterworld.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all about community, art expression, self-reliance, where there is no money and monetary value at Burning Man. It's all based on trading and doing that sort of thing where you're gifting everything. Food you have to bring your own supplies, you have to bring your own shelter, everything that during night. It goes from a post-apocalyptic world like Waterworld to basically like a Tron world, if you've ever seen the movie Tron, where there's so many laser lights, there's art cars, there's music, there's dancing, there's so many different things you can kind of have your choose your own adventure when you're going through Burning Man to explore. So it's this, I felt like I was transported into this like futuristic realm. It was unlike anything I have ever seen. I'm like getting tongue-tied because I can't really describe the feeling you get at Burning Man. It all culminates at the end of the Saturday before Labor Day weekend, where you see here the burn of the man. The man is this huge Burning Man statue that is in the middle of the playa, which is in the middle of this city that is erected. And then on the Saturday before, it actually is burned down. Burning Man, again, it was started in 1986 at Baker Beach in San Francisco. And Chris, to your point, since that little celebration or kind of festival on the beach, it is transformed into this huge ordeal in terms of like a 2-week festival event that people go to. It is happening where most people start going this upcoming weekend. If you go to Burning Man, I want to say I highly recommend you plan ahead in advance.
Okay, so real quickly,
Yeah.
you're buying. You got to buy a ticket to it.
Yes.
How many days do you have to stay? What's usually the cost of a ticket?
Yeah.
And once you're there, are you kind of stuck there?
Yeah, so tickets are around like the $600 range, and then you have to get vehicle passes. But if you want a ticket where you have to get it in a lottery in the beginning or in the kind of the spring, but there are pre-sale tickets that go for more expensive to secure your spot because they are so popular to get it. While you're there, it's kind of up to you to decide how long you want to go for. You could go from this weekend, or you could be a part of a camp where you actually build the camp and you go longer, and then it ends about the Sunday or Monday after Labor Day weekend. I actually went from Tuesday to Sunday morning, so the burn of the man was on Saturday night. So we went Tuesday, we didn't have to wait in line to get in, it was great, and then we left the morning sunrise after the burn. And in terms of your clothing, a lot of people go to Burning Man and have crazy clothing, anything flies, style in terms of fashion. It's really this like freedom of expression, be who you want to be, and I think that's why people love it so much, because they go to Burning Man and they have this experience of they don't have to worry about what society's telling them to dress like or be like or act like. You can go to different art cars and art expressions and you just kind of get to be whoever you want to be. A lot of people have playa names where they kind of take on a new name and a new kind of a new
Persona,
person or
yeah.
persona.
This is all the soulful part.
This
of
is
it.
the soulful part.
But
of
again,
it.
no
Yeah.
money.
It's like, yeah, get in touch with your soul.
Yeah.
Yes.
No money.
No money. So when you're there, you have to bring.
After you buy the ticket.
After you get your ticket. So you get there,
Yeah.
and you're obviously putting money into whether you want to put money into your wardrobe or your tent, or some people go in RVs. You don't have to camp in a tent.
Right.
So some people make yurts. Whatever you kind of want to do in terms of your camp, you kind of group up in camps with people that you know or people that you're going. All the camps have different themes, and they all provide a service to the playa and a service to the community. So everything is gifting, it's trade. It's if you're hungry, there's probably people somewhere giving food out to people.
Right.
You bring your own water, you bring your own food, but it's a totally different civilization and society, and that's why I think it's a cool, soulful travel experience, because you really are going to a place in the world that is a totally different rules for society. So I think it's something.
And it's held, correct me if I'm wrong, on Bureau of Land Management property.
Yeah,
so it's not officially like,
Yeah.
you know, land that belongs to someone
Yes.
or a particular city.
Yes.
It's the U.S. government's land.
Yes, and Burning Man is a nonprofit organization.
Got it.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good. All right. So